Capricorn, welcome back to another video. My name is Brandon Tobias. It's an honor to have you here. If you're new here, this channel, this video is all about helping you to manifest more greatness, more health, more wealth, and more love into your life through the magic of the esoteric sciences such as the tarot, astrology, and to others. This video will be applicable to your sun, moon, Venus, or rising sign. So if you want a more complete picture of your week ahead, be sure to watch those videos as well. And if you want a personal reading from me after this reading, check the description box for my website and all of my services below. Without further ado, let's get into your channel messages. This will be for your highest good through the power of unconditional love. Guides and angels, loved ones, masters and wise ones, angels and archangels for Capricorn for the week ahead. What is it that they need to know for their greatest and highest good? The uncertainty you're facing, Capricorn, is not something to be afraid of. In fact, uncertainty is your greatest asset. Uncertainty is your greatest strength in that you learning to navigate that uncertainty, you having the courage, you having the leadership, and you having the ability to navigate in the feeling or in the midst of the unknown or uncertainty is your greatest superpower. It will be how you help others in the future. And it will be how you become or step into your greatest leadership potential at this time. So if you are dealing with a bit of uncertainty now and or as you move into the future, you are exactly in the right spot. You are exactly where you need to be. And this video is for you. And this will be, you'll look back at this time and you go, this was my training for everything that I am doing now. In the future when you look, this is my training for everything that I am doing and everything I am now. And even though it has been a hard path, everything that I'm doing and being and experiencing has been more than worthwhile because now I'm using those gifts to impact the world. Okay. So that is your channel message before the tarot reading. Now we're going to be getting into your tarot reading. Guides and angels, loved ones, masters and wise ones, angels and archangels through the power of unconditional love. What is it that Capricorn, sun, moon, Venus, and rising needs to know in regards to their soul purpose or their week ahead for the highest and greatest good and that of others? There's a bit of a tension that I'm feeling. Yeah. Eight of Swords, a bit of tension, a bit of like restraint is the word that I'm hearing. Like either a need for a restraint or you're feeling a little bit restrained, which is the thing that I'm getting firstly. It's almost like you want to do so many things and you're not sure which one to do first or how to do it or how to go about doing it. And in that way, it's like this feeling of almost overwhelm or feeling overly restrained in what you are meant to be, what you're meant to do, or your next steps. Perhaps there's some internal blockage of confusion coming in, right? The shadow of confusion that keeps you from simply moving forward. And if you are dealing with anything like that, what I will say is confusion for you, Capricorn, specifically for your sign, for this energy, is your greatest enemy. And confusion will sneak its way in the moment you try and step in and do something and lead. It's like this element of, well, I don't know how I would do that, or what would happen, or if I should do that, or if I should do that, or this way or that way. And that is the only thing between you and greatness. Okay? So as you navigate and feel and see these areas of confusion, right? The element, the shadow of confusion, which really isn't a real thing. And I will say why. Okay? The mind is able to be confused because the mind operates in a way that the cloud of confusion can affect it, because when the mind does not have certainty, the mind is in the unknown, the element of confusion comes in and says, look, see, you don't know what you're doing, it's uncertain, you don't know the path ahead, therefore you're confused, therefore you shouldn't do anything. And in the body, though, if you feel into the body, right, if you become present in your body in this particular moment, the element of confusion goes away and there becomes flow and action. And the truth is your body will lead the way, that your body will get you out of any hesitancy, right, that you might be feeling. And if you feel into your body and you feel intuitively, right, in your body's instincts are saying, hey, it's time to go that direction. Like, it's just time. Like in my life, I feel that. Follow that. Go with it. Trust it. If it's in your power, do it. And let your head and your heart be led, right? Let your heart lead your head in this way. And the confusion will disappear. The anxiety will disappear. The hesitancy. And the real reason why this might be coming up right now is because greatness is ahead of you. I mean, Ten of Pentacles just popped out. Like, greatness, building something, a foundation, but building on top of a foundation is now in your path in this area, this time of life. And it will be a lot of expansion. Okay, so if you're facing this element of hesitancy, anxiety, confusion, it's because this is so great. It's because this is such a big thing, right? A big mountain to climb, Capricorn, and to conquer ahead of you. And it's so great that part of you is maybe not even wanting to perceive it fully, right? Or a little overwhelmed or intimidated by perceiving it fully because of the magnitude of how you will be building your life from here on out and serving others in a way, a very focused way. Okay, King of Swords in reverse, Star card reversed. Now this is interesting. Here's what I immediately perceive here. So I want you to see if it resonates with you. Chances are, if you're watching this, you're aware of certain things going down in the world, generally speaking, okay? Things that you are acutely aware of, that others are also aware of, that need to be spoken out against, okay? This is this King of Swords in reverse. But it's almost like you feel you can't speak out against those things or about those things because maybe there's an element of risk involved, or you feel it's not time yet, or the opportunity hasn't presented itself. And here's what's interesting about this message is I actually feel that that's correct. There's a time and a place to speak out against certain things, and that time will be revealed to you, okay? When the time comes to be able to speak the real truth about how things are and what needs to be exposed in the world or talked about, that will be exposed to you in a very real way. But until then, it's more important to commit to your path, okay? Your business, your livelihood, and your financial livelihood, rather perhaps than spend time taking a risk and talking about things that do need to be talked about and exposed around in the world, right? Perhaps things related to a conspiratorial or conspiracy nature. A lot of conspiracies coming true these days, by the way, I'm sure you know. However, right now it may make better use of your time and your energy and your focus to build the life first, the security, the wealth, the income, the freedom in your life to be able to, at some point when the time is right, talk about these things rather than try and do it now before you've built the foundation. Does that make sense? So basically they're saying, we know that you know that there are things happening that need to be spoken about, that need to be exposed, okay? We also know, right, Lovers is here in reverse, that love, okay, love and relationship is something that is either right now, currently a part of your life and very important, okay? But it may not even be the time to expose or talk about that in terms of what you are going out to be, even though that's a big part of your life. Right now may be about some other venture, some other project, some other way of being that's related to your personal purpose here and your personal way of moving forward in your life, okay? Even though these things are very important, for some reason I'm getting it may not be the time, and that might be the thing that you needed to hear in order to clarify and move forward, is that lots of things that you could talk about or be about or do, but maybe it's not the time for these things, it's more the time for these things, okay? Where there's a viable way to either create stability financially or to build some type of base moving forward for your life. I see here there might be a fear too, or concern maybe about financial security. Four of Wands with the Ten of Pentacles just strikes me as financially, am I going to be able to make it happen or be provided for or provide for a life, a family, my life personally, and everything I want to achieve and accomplish, okay? Seven of Cups, Page of Swords, and there's a lot of wondering. There's a lot of mental activity here, right? A little uncertain. Here's the uncertainty that the guys were talking about at first in regards to what this is going to look like and what this is going to be. And it's in your heart space, right? It's in your heart space, and it might be affecting your way of being right now, right? About how certain you feel in where you're going and what you're doing. And that's okay. It's okay to just experience that right now and to sit with that and to really embrace that. Okay? And that's the way forward, really. It's just embracing how you really feel in that uncertainty, in those fears coming up, right? In that next way of being, okay? Being involved with and through navigating the unknown. Yeah? Very scary place to be. 10 of Cups here, but it looks like, yeah, everything here, and I'm getting here that if you're involved in a love situation, okay, as an adjunct to this reading, that is very good, very stable, right? That's just here with you, navigating itself. If you're not involved in a love situation, right, you've gained some sort of stability there emotionally, or you've made some decision here about your future with that, or what you're willing to accept or not accept in your life. And it's gained some sense of, that is what it is. Now I'm going to move forward into this, which is going to provide fulfillment in a different area of my life, right? Okay. So saying that can just be okay. That can just be on the back burner for now, right? What's more important is that you look at your own path of fulfillment of what you want and work with and get right with yourself to decide where and what direction that's going to be and how that can provide for you, not just financially, but emotionally as well, which is also just as important in terms of the fulfillment here that you're gaining. Sun card reversed, five of Swords reversed, Emperor card reversed. A lot of reversals for you, Capricorn. Sun card reversed, Emperor card reversed, Page of Cups, 3 of Swords, and 5 of Swords. So it looks like you are also releasing here, okay? A lot of the pain that you've held inside of your heart from the past that's been caused by people outside of you, to you in your life, or people who were pretending to be something that they are not, people who had a facade of being a king or queen in your life, or someone who was really pretending to have that ownership and that confidence and that ability to help you, support you, and be there for you, and was not, right? All of these being reversed tells me that is now something you're actively looking to release. It's almost something like it gave you confidence in something false, and when that was taken away from you, it left you uncertain about the future, and that uncertainty is now coming up in your current situation, whether you're in a relationship or single right now. Okay, so the advice here, right, or the channel guidance is simply to say, what was false before was indeed truly false. However, even though that is traumatic, that does not play a role, or that will not have a risk of recurring again in the future. Okay, so you can put your heart and faith on the line moving forward with these next steps in your destiny. Okay, in love and in life, wherever that applies for you. Knight of Wands in reverse, Hangman in reverse, and 3 of Pentacles in reverse. I swear I shuffled these pretty well before. Knight of Wands, Hangman in reverse, and 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Now, in terms of how this is all going to play out, how this is all going to happen, okay, a couple steps here that they're saying. Number 1 is gaining the internal sense of freedom to express and to be what you authentically are that is productive. Okay, so there's 2 things here. Number 1, we talked about things that need to be spoken about, or things that you know about, or things that you can share with the world that may or may not be productive for your own life at this time. And what they're saying is, right now, that's great, but we want you to find the place that you can build, move forward, and be productive in your own personal life, okay? And just go wild with it, right? They're giving this sense of going wild with it, going all out, like putting everything you possibly have into that one area, and then allowing the opportunities to build from there, right? The partnerships, the collaborations, the people who will see and recognize you for what you are doing to come into your life and to help you from there. 3 of Pentacles in reverse, Hangman. Those things are coming. They're on their way. They may take some time. At first, right, before we get to that, the universe wants to see you go wild on a certain subject, on a certain way of being. What is your unique talent and skill and magic that you can just display for the world and put out there that's going to be productive for your life, both emotionally as well as financially, as well as possibly for your own livelihood and your business. When you discover and when you really go all in on that particular area, the partnerships and opportunities will arise faster than you can even believe it. But you have to move it forward first. That's what they said. Knight of Wands in reverse here. Even if that brings with it a lot of fear or uncertainty about how that's going to play out. 10 of Wands, Ace of Swords, finally an upright card, the Hermit card, upright. So the one thing, right, that they can share is the one place you will find your truth is within your own gut. Okay, specifically your own gut here. Everywhere else on the outside world, the place, right, where maybe you work right now or other voices around you, they're not going to find you, right? These in reverse. They're not going to find you your truth. They're not going to find you your best direction. Only you can find your best direction. And that is currently manifesting itself in your stomach, in your gut area. And they want you to look within at this time to see what area truly you can put all of your energy in. And also at the same time is showing or giving you an emotional or financial return for your efforts. So you can build the stable, long living and long-lasting foundation to be able to talk about the other things that you also want to talk about when the world is ready for you and when you are ready to talk about those things for the world. Okay? So final messages here is don't get caught up too much in the confusion that your mind might be creating right now, or the uncertainty or anything that's going to cause you to hesitate to just embrace that next step and move forward with that. Okay? Because it is the time. It is the time to move forward. It is the time to gain that fresh start and to eliminate all other possibilities in your life and go all in on the one that feels really right to you in your heart. And that's going to be productive for you now and in the long term. So Capricorn, that was your weekly reading. If you want to go deeper with me and get a personal reading, you can check out my website, brandontobias.com, in the description box below. Feel free to subscribe if you do want more videos and readings just like this to help you on your journey. We'd love to have you as part of the Soul family. And if you did appreciate this video, be sure to hit the like button for me and leave your experience in the comments below. It does help this community to grow, and we'd love to hear from you and get to know you. Thanks so much for watching, Capricorn. Be sure to watch your sun, moon, Venus, and rising signs, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.